kicks, MP.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Yeah, it's hard to win.
Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Edey out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Ball, and it's Blunt in at the shooting guard position. Count it.
Hey, take it right to the... Defense, not a bad way to start this game.
Here's Smith.
Get the perimeter!
Pass to Mobo. Here's Starks. 4-3. The rebound by Edey. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Nets. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. 6 to shoot. Here's Starks. What a tremendous game he played against San Antonio. And some solid defense from Towns. Ball passes to Thunder. Here's Towns. From downtown, Williams grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Starks. On the take. Brooklyn shooting their first free throws of the game. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Thunder. Uses the glass on the layup. Thunder's got 6.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Here's Starks. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Starks. Shoots. Gets a very good look and converts. Here's Thunder. Turned in an outstanding game against Oklahoma City. To the inside. Here's Edey. Williams defending. And the shot goes down.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Nets trail by 6. Here's Starks. Pass to Mobo. Over Towns. Mobo can't hit.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the evening. And that one misses. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's Starks. Here's Mobo. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Drains the triple.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Ball. To the left side wing. Towns outside. Here's Edey. Williams defending. Ball passes to Thunder. Now here's Towns. And there's the screen. The 3 is up. Doesn't go for him. Here's Starks. He's got 7. Pass to Mobo. Here's Whitehead, pounded by Ball. Here's Starks. And it's off from 3-point range. Grizzlies lead by 5. And he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Smith outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Down low. Thunder, the pass to Ball. Here's Bona. And a miss there on the triple. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Starks. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. He hits the 2nd from the line. Grizzlies lead by 5. To the left wing. To the wing on the left. Here's Thunder. Oh, connects again.
And as he continues to pile up the points, he is moving into elite company.
Creeping up on the 4th highest scoring season in league history. Here's Starks. Give him 8. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Starks. The 3 is up. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Blunt, the pass to Thunder. The teardrop, and it's good on the lay-in. Thunder's got 13 now.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Here's Starks. He's got 11. Pass to Mobo. Memphis with a rebound. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
Yeah, guys, I watched the film of that one, and they had great activity defensively. They need that again tonight.
And he gets the bucket.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Starks. Pass to Mobo. Unloads from 13. And there's another one for the Nets. Memphis leading by 5. Right wing. Here's Thunder. Here's Blunt. Last game for him, he had 14. The shot misses.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Ball left side. Pass to Thunder. Ooh, stolen by Smith. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, Thunder in the last outing against the Thunder really lit up the floor. He dropped 56 points and did what he always does. He got others involved. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure.
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Time called here. The Nets decide to talk it over now. So both teams changing it up here. There's a minute 40 left to play in the first. Johnson finds Thomas. Back to Johnson. From the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Memphis leading by 7. Here's Thunder. Pass to Williams. And he buries his first look.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Coming into this, having Knox to win against San Antonio in their last game.
And, you know, that game had to serve as a morale boost. To win like that in OT, it says something about their character.
What I love is that they never gave up on themselves from the start.
And another one!
And that ties them for the 4th most points in a single season.
An extended scoring tear for him. We're witnessing one of the greatest offensive years ever. Pass to Thomas. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter here. Sinks that one from the post.
Nice move to get inside and create a good look for himself.
Outside for Green. Williams with it. On the wing, Green. There's a screen. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Back to Martin. Thomas outside. Spins. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Johnson. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Memphis ahead, up 9. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Memphis.
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
They've got Johnson. He's out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Collins in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 9. Collins with a screen on Green to the paint. Ooh, they pick off the pass. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Right side, Williams. Pass to Towns. On the wing, Green. Here's Thunder. Shot clock at 6. Green, the pass to Thunder. Over Thomas. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That one's on Zach Collins. Collier, he's checked in for Collins. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Pickett's checked in. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Nets trail by 12. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Martin misses.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
They swipe it. Thomas outside. Pass to Whitehead. There's a screen. Johnson inside, working on Williams. Johnson passes to Martin. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Adams checked in for Brooklyn. Memphis making a switch here.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Towns. Here's Thunder. Towns down low, and he banks in the layup. Towns has got his first points of the game.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Thomas outside. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Memphis leading by 12. Here's Pickett. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the upcoming schedule for the Brooklyn Nets. On Tuesday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming to town. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets.
And that game against Sacramento, that's where you have to bring your A-plus effort, especially when you know you're going to be facing a more talented team.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Starks the pass to Whitehead. Pass to Thomas. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And that one's good. Pickett.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Nets trail by 17. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Baldwin. With the drive. Fires from deep. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Doubled by Towns. Pass to Whitehead. Here's Starks. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. So it's Memphis in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Greetings, everyone. Let's first take a look at the players of the week in both conferences. Looking at the East, Alex Sarr.
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the honors. But the bottom line is no one can match up with him. He's just too big and too skilled.
And you see that? He's using my move on the block of the Black Tornado.
What move is that? You going in circles?
Okay, stand up. I'll show you.
And moving on now to that first half tough sledding so far for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Nets trail by 13. On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Edey. Then it's Ball, and it's Thunder in at point. Here's Starks. Lets it go from deep. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his fourth rebound in this one.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Thunder, the pass to Towns. That one goes in. Towns has gotten his second bucket on the night.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Pass to Whitehead. Here's Starks. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got his seventh rebound here tonight.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Thunder. Shoots. And got it! Another basket!
It's hard to understate just how special his season's been. This is something we see once in a generation.
He now has the fourth highest scoring season of all time. Here's Starks. He's got 15. Pass to Mobo. Three-pointer. Memphis with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
From outside the arc, Blunt can't get it to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Mobo. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Towns. Out to the right wing. Pass to Blunt. Here's Thunder. 21 points in the game. Up and over Smith. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
You really have to question the defense of effort on that possession.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
Timeout called. Brooklyn. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Here's Whitehead. Still no points. Clock at 6. Here's Starks to end the drought. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Baseline try. And there's Smith. That one's good. On the assist from Williams. Memphis leading by 19. Pass to Blunt. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Thunder. Give him 23. Back to ball. Here's Blunt. Fires for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Blunt's got 12 points.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And that one's good. Starks.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Ball passes to Thunder. Now Towns. The offensive rebound.
Next foul, Mark Williams. Second personal foul. First of the team.
And he drops the first. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And again, it's Memphis missing.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Smith left side. Williams with the screen. Smith no good.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
To the middle. The kick out to Ball. Towns for 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Smith finds Williams. Now here's Martin. Smith outside. From behind the arc. Buries it from 3. Smith's got 14 points for the game.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Pass to Blunt. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Whitehead with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Starks. He's got 17. Whitehead passes to Starks. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
The kick out to Williams. Here's Whitehead. No made baskets yet. Pass to Starks. Here's Whitehead. There's the 3. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Outside, Williams. Outside, Green. Here's Thunder. 23 points in the game. From deep. Knocks it down from distance. Thunder's got 7 now in this quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And there's the lob, and stolen by Williams. Left side, Green takes the 3. The rebound by Starks. Nets trail by 19.
Grizzlies foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitutions for your Nets. Cameron Thomas.
Here's Starks. He's got 17. Pass to Smith. The 3. Williams grabs the board.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And that one's good. Green.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Thomas. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul.
And now let's turn the spotlight on the NBA's highest scoring teams. Memphis, number 1.
We knew the scoring talent on this team would be tremendous, but they may have even exceeded our own expectations.
And the Nets making a change here. Cheatham's checked in. Grizzlies lead by 19. Here's Thunder. 26 points for him. Green, the pass to Thunder.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Outside for Green. Shot clock at 6. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Here's Thunder. Pass to Keita. Green with the ball. Nails it from 3. Green's got 10.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
Back to Thomas. Let's go with a 3. Drills it from deep. Thomas has got 5 points in the quarter.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Launches a 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Martin with a screen on Green. Here's Thomas for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Bona's got 4 rebounds in the game. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Team foul.
And he makes a first.
and really strong at the line since the break.
Collins, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Baldwin's checked in for Memphis. Pickett comes in for Williams. Well, the Nets shooting just 36% in the third. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Smith outside. There's the drive. Blocked! And they recover it. Here's Thomas. Baldwin with a rebound. Baldwin's got 4 rebounds in the game. The 3 ball. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies cruising in. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what...
Change here for Memphis. Timeout Nets. So it's Brooklyn now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Whitehead. It's Thomas on the wing. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
We've got Cam Thomas, and it's Walsh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Whitehead. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
Grizzlies lead by 19. Thunder, the pass to Towns.
That's number 4 on him. He's still got a little wiggle room, but if he picks up a 5th, that could be a problem.
Here's Thunder. Pass to Edey, out to the wing. Here's Thunder. Launches it, just 5 on the clock. Not gonna go that time. The Nets have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Here's Starks. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Here's Thunder. Towns, a screen on Thomas. The shot by Thunder, no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And that one falls for ball. Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Pass to Martin. Over Towns. And the Nets miss again.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Here's Thunder. The kick out to Ball. Here's Towns. Here's Blunt. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
And after playing the first half without a single turnover, he's gotten a little careless since the break.
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Pass to Edey. Here's the pick. Here's Thunder. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
One of the biggest challenges for coaches these days, Stan, is roster turnover. How do you deal with the player movement?
Well, look, Brian, it's to be expected, first of all. It's second of all, you just, every year starts new. You start from square one every year, and you build it. And if you make an in-season deal, you start over again from square one and build it up.
Baldwin's checked in for Memphis. Hart comes in for Ball. And that one's good. Starks. And Memphis shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Thunder. That one drops for him. Thunder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're really working the paint now.
The Nets have gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Pass to Whitehead. Now here's Smith. Five to shoot. Here's Mobo. The three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Blunt can't get it to go. When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Grizzlies lead by 23. Over to the left wing. Pass to Hart. Here's Thunder, covered by Smith. Here's Thunder, beyond the arc. Rebound Brooklyn. Mobo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Whitehead. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a player that I greatly respected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. Pass to Starks. Inside. Williams passes to Smith. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Well, Memphis shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
A minute 31 left in the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Add this one to the win column. They're 57th of the year.
Only a 2-game series and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Thunder.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
Oh, it's blocked by Williams. 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Starks. Hart pulls it in. And here's Memphis now. They're on a 15-6 run. Out left to the wing. Pass to Thunder. Here's Pickett. Here's Thunder. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Keita. No good from the wing.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Mobo. Here's Starks. He shoots. And the jumper is good. There's 6 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Thunder. Oh, that's offensive interference.
The score knocked out.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has...
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.